Greetings, as the travel wellnesspreneur. I'm happy to be back doing the reading. Today is Friday, October 15th, and I am currently in Vegas. So I'm going to get right to it. The reading's a little bit long because I ended up pulling out two cards. I read the cards in reverse. So here we go. I am reading the first card, as we always do, is the Conscious Spirit cards. This card came out, the Angel Gabrielle card, number 22. And as always, we're going to read the mantra, but I want you to make sure you take an image and screenshot this and make your own interpretation and pause the video as needed. So Gabrielle is the messenger angel, and so messages will be coming to you during this time. The mantra here is, I invite Archangel Gabrielle to bring hope and intuition into my life. I invite Archangel Gabrielle to bring hope and intuition into my life. I invite Archangel Gabrielle to bring hope and intuition into my life. So tap into that energy of Gabrielle. Ask that angel, as well as your own archangel and your spirit guides, to give you some insight. This card for me, when I looked at it, is basically saying that this is marriage for some people. Some people have been having hopes and dreams for marriage, to be married. So this is a card to encourage you to go for your desires, the deepest desires in your dreams. It invites you to put love first. The card, the person that you're marrying or that you're intending to marry or have an idea to marry always puts love first. The person puts love first, which means she puts God first. She has an air of purity and innocence that sometimes you don't realize. And even if it doesn't appear that she is pure and innocent or he is pure and innocent, it is. The other thing that I've noticed on here is that she has those lilies. Those are called Kaya lilies. These are things that you give normally during weddings, or you'll see it in the weddings. And this flower is only blooms in South Africa. And it's a year-long flower. So that's why I think that when people give them as gifts for weddings, they it's a year-long thing. So it's abundance, it's beautiful, it's pure. It also means resurrection, and you'll understand why that's important later on. The lady is adorned with jewelry, like she's adorned, and to adore her, you adore her. Call on Archangel Gabrielle to inspire and to ignite your intuition. The other interesting part is the card, the word Kaya, which is the name of the lilies, is the Greek word for beautiful. So all of that is like so funny to me, because I am going to Kenya in the next couple days, and I am Greek. So it just is a weird twist of this card coming up. And the number 22 is about digging into your deepest desires. So the number 22 is the card number. Your wishes will come true, and that's no coincidence. Divine wants to encourage you to aim high. So whatever your goals are, aim high. It is a master number. It has a lot of high vibrations, so it's a good time to like focus on your intentions and your dreams coming true, because they are, and you'll see in the following cards. So this card is a reminder to you that you can call upon Archangel to assist you in your life, irrespective of what you believe in. Archangel Gabrielle can be called upon to show you ways to bring hope into your life when you're feeling hopeless. So if you're feeling down and hopeless, this is a good time to call on them. And I would say that I have felt the energy balance off, and it's not a hopeless feeling. It's like a feeling of you don't know if you're in the right place at the right time. Oh my goodness. So for the life of me, I have no idea why my phone always rings in the middle of my readings. It's insane, and it's the same people all the time. But needless to say, I was reading, Archangel can be called upon to show you ways to bring hope into your life when you're feeling hopeless in a situation. So what I was saying is that the energy right now is like uncertainty, not really hopelessness, but uncertainty. And right now, I think, people like me feel like they want more concrete, like you want more definity. But as I'm reading these cards and just contemplating right now, it's okay not to have certainty at times, but we always want like a roadmap. We want to have some type of destination. So call on Gabrielle to bring in hope and intuition to guide you the correct way. She will help you develop appreciation for the skills of art, music, and literature. If you are an artist or a writer, invite her into your life to bring you inspiration or motivation. This card can also be a sign that you need to take up writing as a hobby. Gabrielle can also assist in interpreting your dreams, so call on him when you want your dreams interpreted. They say him, her, it's interchangeable. She will remain by your side, supporting your dreams and aspiration as long as you request her help. Her name means God is my strength. Invite Gabrielle into your life when you need strength to follow your dreams. So yeah, basically I feel that that's very important right now, and I didn't even catch the essence of that earlier when I was reading it. But just dig deep and don't give up, and then also call on the Most High God and to help guide you through these times. You're gonna need him or her if you believe it's she God. Anyway, so the next cards I pulled from the Tarot of Dream cards, and I pulled two. They both came out. The first card is the Moon card, and I'll pull back and you can decipher what it means to you, and then I'll read a little bit of what I basically pulled. This card at 11:11 a.m. so it is divine timing. So there's a few things. So when I first looked at it, it's like harness the energy of the moon. And so then I said, well, there's a wolf there and the dog. So I'm like, okay, what is the when was the wolf moon? And literally it's this time right now. The wolf moon came in on September 20th. So right now is the time that this is speaking of. The wolf moon is in Pisces as well, so the sign there is for Pisces. So divine timing, this is the perfect time to tap into asking for your intuition, sparking your dreams and inspiration. The other part is that there's a dog there. The wolf looks more intimidating and the dog is tamed. So those are significant things for me too. Like you have to figure out, like you can get wild and stuff. Like I'm in Vegas, so it's kind of like a wild thing, but you can harness whatever energy and then tame and create and mold what it is that your goals are. Anyways, the other thing is that on here is that symbol right there in Hebrew. It means the back of the head. I won't try to pronounce that, the Hebrew, how you pronounce it in Hebrew. But so the back of the head is the subconscious mind. So tapping into the subconscious mind, your conscious mind can't even comprehend or understand it, and it tries to keep you from going within, because the mind wants you to be captivated in the current moment. So there's illusions going on, and there's illusions that you've created, like the things that you see right now are things that from your subconscious mind that has held you back. That's why you keep having barriers. So we have to try to figure out that the reality we created is really something we already pulled from our subconscious to create it. So with that being said, I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, so another thing I noticed in here was that there's a ring there, but it's really like, I forget what they call this. It's a lens, and it's held by the two pillars. So two pillars is duality. The lens, inside the lens, what I noticed is that there's 8 bats in there. So I look up the significance for 8, and basically 8 is new life. It's final resurrections, represents what's happening to the earth. So that's what I intuitively felt like. It's basically telling us this new life, the life after the COVID era, is representation. Like this is like a cleansing for the earth. And The number 8 is lucky in the Chinese or Asian cultures, and it's because it means great wealth. It's an infinity symbol as well, if you looked at that. And then the other thing is that they say it sounds a lot like financial blessings or abundance, right? So Ba Ja Ja Jin Ye Yang and Shi Ye Yang Da. I don't know. That's as close as I can get. But basically that for them it's very important. If your address or property that you have has the number 8 in it, that means that this is prosperity. Which is 224. Interesting. I have my house number is 224. So that is 8. Okay, so that it brings abundance and prosperity. So make sure that you're definitely, like, my inspiration is to have a Airbnb. So yeah, I have to go forward and tap into within to make sure that I'm on track to do and meet my goals there. It's also about humanitarian. Going back, so the number 18 is the actual card number here. 18 is like, life is a game, play it, right? Grab the cards that you're dealt with and play them. But life is really a game, so you have to play it play it out. Use your imagination. Enjoy playing the game. In Hebrew, the 18 means life, right? So play the game of life. When Jewish people give gifts, is like they give it to in resemblance of 18, but it's humanitarian efforts, independence. This is all it represents. The 18 represents independence, building your legacies, being tolerant and compassionate, and working well with others. So like, if you need to clean out, like I need to clean out my basement, I need to pull in other people and collaborate, and so that they can help me with that. So this is the time for that. And let's see, if you're born on the 18th of any month, you have the ability to do something great for humanity. So that's something that just came to me. So that might be for 1 or 2 people. If your number is number 18, you're born on the 18th of any month, you have something great to give to humanity. So please tap in to your intuition, call on Gabrielle, make it happen. The bats also mean longevity, working on things that are going to give you long-term results. So like I said, example is I have an Airbnb on mine to create income. So yeah, if I go and pour into that, then that's going to be a long-term, I'm going to gain long-term results and legacy building, things like that. It also is about the supernatural. So it brings good fortune as well. So your creative mojo changes, cycle. Hold on one second. All right, so I'm just gonna go over what I got out of the Tarot of Dreams guidebook. It's like the creative mojo. That's what this means. Change, cycles, evolution. Let's see. Move away from the dim light. So the stars, then the moon, then the sun. So that's that progression. The stars, the moon, the sun. That's how you should be spiritually. You should be like, you might have had a dim light, it's going to get brighter, and then the sun is the divine, right? The brightest sun. So that's how you should be moving. And just to remember that, like a seed that you plant, it has to go in the darkness first. So the darkness is the subconscious stuff, the stuff that we don't really tap into. So a seed has to be put in the ground, in a dark ground, and then it flourishes. So that's the same thing that you have to be mindful of. Is like, you can't bloom unless you go into those dark places of your life, of your inner self, so that it could bloom into a beautiful flower. Your projects, your children, your whatever you're manifesting, it'll be a beautiful thing. Go with your instincts. Reflect in your experiences, like what you've been going through. Reflect a little bit. Through that reflection and your experiences, you're going to be able to create a life that you're desired. The project is going to come to fruition. So things change slowly. They're not like, I don't say I want an Airbnb and boom, it's there. It's some mysterious ways. It's people coming in your life. I just had my friend call me, and she said that she would be willing to help me clean the house so that I can get it prepared. Then another person is selling furniture and a bed. So that is coming to my life. So things come into your life mysteriously. They change slowly. They evolve slowly. So what is true, right? What is true for you right now? What is, that's what I want you to put in the comments. What is true for you right now? What's an illusion, right? What you currently see is an illusion. What you currently experience is an illusion because it's something you've created to come to reality. And now if it's not what you want, you can change it. Okay, so then again, the lens, you'll see why that's important. It's 2 counts. You have some awareness. You're going to have some awareness of what to do. Go back inside, create a new identity. Last year, during a Tony Robbins event, I created my own identity, which is the travel wellnesspreneur, and I have not stopped traveling since then. Sometimes it could get overwhelming, like Vegas is overwhelming. I've been here so many times, but I always am blessed with what's going on. So I don't try to manipulate what's going on. I just enjoy and embrace the moments and the experiences. Okay, so just have some slow shifts. So why that's important is because the World card came up upside down. And although I'm not reading the card upside down, I just want to point out a few things. When it's upside down, it's the Fool. It's the premature person, right? And then you have to engage in all these other things we just talked about, like going within, asking for help, being humble. Again, pause the video and get your own interpretation, but the lens is in here too. So looking at things for different perspective, you have to look at it from another perspective. You might have to look at it like that for a little bit, but turn and change your world around. Create what you want. All the elements are here: fire, sun, water, and earth. Okay? Again, go into your subconscious mind, what it is that you're trying to explore, what it is that you're trying to create. It's all there. It's all there. Look through that subconscious lens. You have creative power right now. So this card is number 21. And the number 21, again, is talking about new beginnings. It's also talking about leaving what you have behind, your past jobs. You're holding on to stuff. You're holding on to people, places, and things. Think about those things that are no longer serving the best and highest self for you. So get rid of that stuff, because when you do, you bring harmony and balance. We talked about this card before. It's not the first time it's popped up. The collective needs to waken up. By you letting go of your past stuff, you're bringing independence into your life. You're bringing a positive, stay with a positive attitude about what you're manifesting, what you're changing, or you think it's being somebody's forcing you to change. Like I said, this thing with the COVID experience, it says forcing you to change. Why? Because it's going to be good for you and your highest self if you just tap into it, if you just believe, if you just have a positive attitude about what's going on. I've traveled the entire time through these last 16, 17 months. Nothing has ever stopped me. So why? Because I keep a positive attitude. I know there's always something better. Be assertive. It's time to be assertive. Don't doubt at this time. You have to get rid of your old belief patterns. The thinking that 9 to 5 is a thought pattern. What is your thought pattern? What do you believe? Write it in the comments. What is an old belief that you have to get rid of to be able to be your best self? What is a limiting belief that you have that's keeping you from being your best self? Let's see. Leave the past behind. Start this new phase in life. Follow your guardian angels or call on them. They are guiding you. They will always guide you. So if you tap in and say, hey, guide me, you're going to get those guidance, even from your ancestors. Call on grandma, call on whoever you need to call, and help and ask them to come to you in dreams or in a vision or through numbers or through any number of things, a message that comes to the phone, a text message, a meme that you see. Like, you gotta call in your guardian angels and your ancestors, and they will help you. They will help you to live a better life, but you have to ask. It's not gonna just come to you. You will have an increase in spirituality as well. You also will have luck in life, in love relationships, that is gonna bring you joy. One of the biggest things is that you have to love on your loved ones. You have to continue to pour love on those people you love and expect love from in order to grow. Love is so important. We hold back so much. It's kind of saddens me. Like, I feel sad because a lot of times we don't really give 100%. And when we don't give 100%, we keep in ourselves from the biggest blessings that you would ever have, which is love, companionship. You lose out on so much when you don't give 100%. You gotta get rid of those old wounds and those old scars, thinking, oh, I have to be hard, or I have to protect myself. Love is not like that. So I don't know who I'm speaking to. I really feel like someone's really, really sad right now, and that they don't feel that they're being loved. So whoever that is, the only way to receive love is to give 100%. If you don't do that, you are just missing out, and you're keeping them from their blessing, and keeping yourself from your blessings, because there's nothing that love can't conquer. So like I said, if the essence of what I'm feeling is that someone's really sad right now, but if you pour in love, you will get love in return, which is what you deserve. You really deserve love in your life at the moment, and you're not getting it 100% because you might be withholding or holding back. So 21 is 2 and 1. 2 is balance, harmony, selflessness, is being considerate of others. It's love and relationships. It's the duality. But 1 is temperance. 1 is independence. It also it stands for success. It's motivational, like something that you're self-motivated. And it also means new beginnings. But it doesn't mean like 2 and 1 together. It doesn't mean you can have both. You can be independent and have a loving relationship. You can be selfless and still be independent. So big thing is that you have to talk to your partners right now about your relationship. Okay, so the video kept cutting off because I had it as storage inside the SD card when it should just be storage on the phone. Anyways, basically this is not the time not to communicate with your loved ones. You have to communicate, especially if you're an independent person or like your freedom. This is the time to communicate and build bonds and relationships. Build that up. And last 2 things about these Dream Tarot cards, which is the Dream of Tarot cards, the Moon card and the World card, is that Saturn is the planet of restrictions. And that happened, it started going forward on October 11th. So your career is being highlighted, spotlighted. There's a lot going on with your career at this point. It's like really, really intense. And Saturn is currently in Capricorn. So if you're a Capricorn, you're going to feel the intensity in your workplace. You're expecting to have prestige and respect for what you do. And you also don't have time for breaking the law. Anyways, so that's pretty funny. My guy is a Capricorn and he is in law enforcement. So it's funny, this whole concept. Also, Pisces is an Aquarius, and Aries is close to it right now. So you may be dealing with the Aries. Pisces is in this card. As you can see by the symbol there, we're no mistake about it that Pisces was the harvest moon, which is the wolf moon, and that was in September. So just to get a little clarity, some people try to say tarot is not real, but that just happened, the harvest moon, September 20th. And so Saturn is moving forward as of October 30th, so you see more of that energy of like focusing on the power of restrictions and stuff. Also, what I want to say about the Moon card that I want to read right from the book, it says, now, guarding the way of the dog and the wolf, you must somehow in your devoted state, which is meditation, approach them with like manners. So basically you have the guarding of the dog and the wolf by your side. But right now you have to have the balance, right? Tamed, a little wild, a little tamed. You have to figure out how to maneuver around the dog and the wolf. Then like a salmon, you must navigate the waterfall and swim upstream. So that you may finally find your way back to the sunlight. And the sunlight is your brightest star, your greatest desires, the things that you want the most. If you succeed in doing that, imagine the insights and the creative inspiration that you will bring back from the moon. And imagine what a beautiful life you will have if you devoted your time and energy to digging deep and following your heart's desires. The other part from the World card, and I won't read all of this only because I've repeated these cards in other readings. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says before enlightenment, chop wood and carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood and carry water. So I'm going to read that again. Before enlightenment, chop wood and carry water. The World card represents what your final goals are, but the journey begins again, right? You find something else you want, you find something else you decide, you have goals and future goals. So that's what that was. It's very transformative cards. These very, very powerful cards. The last card is from the Indigo Oracle cards, and we've gone through this card 3 times. So someone is still on their knees trying to make a wish. Someone, and this card came upside down too. It's like I can't even say enough about the making the wish. The wish is already granted. You just have to stand up and take action and go forward, move forward. What do you most desire? Put it in the comments. What does your soul long for? Put it in the comments. This card asks you to get in touch with your deepest wishes and then send them to heaven. Instead of deciding that they're not possible, the angels call upon you as your indigo power of attraction to create good in your life rather than hiding it under a pile of doubt. This is an exciting card because it means you're close to what you desire. You just need to exert a little bit of energetic effort and to help create it in your life. When you receive a message like this, it's normally for uncertainty or things that you fear that may arise. Just take a deep breath and allow your exhalation to release its lower energies, which is the fear, the doubt, anything from the sacral chakra down. You have a silent conversation with your guardian angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, in which you share with them exactly what you desire. So that's when you call on Archangel Gabrielle at this time. One of the 2 things will happen. You will either get your wish, or you'll be shown a better, more suitable answer. So either your wishes get granted by asking, or they don't, and something else is coming to you that's better for your life. You have a wish in your heart. It's been a lifelong wish for you, and I encourage you, and the divine is encouraging you at this time, that go ahead and take the leap of faith. The divine is with you. When I added 18, 21, and 22, the divine number 7 came up. So please, 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 I totally implore you and encourage you to follow your dreams and don't be afraid. Everything is working out for your best. So, with that being said, that's your message for today. This is the Travel Wellnesspreneur. Anytime you receive this message is the right time for you. And don't worry about the date, the current date. All right? Have a blessed weekend. Peace. The Travel Wellnesspreneur.